Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast for conscious, cycle-breaking parents ready to turn toddler tantrums into teachable moments. Hi, I'm Cara Tyrrell, a lifetime lover of littles, mom to 2 grown and flown girls, and an early childhood educator. Through the show, I teach you my collaborative parenting methodology for nurturing your little human's mind, body, and spirit. Because how you connect and collaborate in the first 5 years is how you raise happy, healthy kids who grow into the best version of themselves and find true success in school and life. As a thank you for being a loyal listener to the show, I have a gift for you. Just click the link in the show notes and grab my new intentional language tool. 5 things your toddler needs to hear you say every day. Start incorporating them now into your daily exchanges and watch and listen as your child responds differently to you. Welcome back, Toddler Tribe. Today, I want to give us a little flashback to Easter. I was so blessed to be able to experience a toddler Easter all over again. I have a goddaughter who is 18 months old, and that age, I just love it. That exploration, the wonder, things are popping, right? That brain development, the words are coming out, the signs. Does she sign? And so I was very excited to be able to experience Easter through the eyes of a toddler all over again. But do you know what I forgot? I forgot that as adults, we create expectations for a moment, sometimes without even realizing it. And I fell into that trap again. So I want to run that through with you today and just, help us all remember that when we are doing conscious parenting, when we are really thinking from a child-led learning perspective, we got to check our expectations at the gate. All right, so here's how it all went down. If any of this starts to sound familiar, I'd love to hear from you because it had been so long. So I scooped her up and off to church we went. Her first time coming to church, and I brought her because, as her godmother, I really want that to be a part of our routine as consistently as possible. But also, it was a great day to do it because they were having an Easter egg hunt out back on the green after church. So we get to church, and I've already in my head kind of like memorialized this experience, and it hasn't even happened yet. Can you relate? She's in the really, really cute outfit, and I am so excited to introduce her to all my people in her really, really cute outfit. And we're running just a tad bit late, not too late. I'm like, we can do this. We've got this. We can get in there on time. It's fine. Park the car, open the back door, and oh my good golly. Not what I expected. On the way over, she had a bout of car sickness and vomited all over her really cute outfit, all over her car seat. Ugh. And because she's really just the chillest kid I've ever known, and that's saying something, she didn't alert me to it during the driving. I opened the back seat and she looks up at me and smiles and goes, "Aki." Yes, that looks very yucky. So we were not on time because we hung out in the parking lot for quite a while, de-yucking, changing the clothes in the way back of the car, doing my best to deal with the car seat and make sure that when we got back in the car, it wasn't going to be another challenging moment, scrubbing it down with what I had. And the whole time, just feeling smacked in the face with a reminder, you're really never in control. when there is a toddler in play. You never can expect what's going to happen, and you've just got to accept it for what it is. And I forgot how hard that can be in the moment. I teach teachers and I teach parents how to teach kids to look around and say, oh, that was unexpected, right? To practice flexible thinking. And boy, in that moment, did I have to. So we went in to church with the not so adorable outfit. Oh, well, we went in, we did our thing. And you know what? I'd like to say that in that moment, being smacked up by the head by an expectation, a vision, a reality that I had made up in my head that did not match, that I had learned my lesson for the day. But you know what? No, because it was her first Easter ever doing an Easter egg hunt. Now, let me just tell you, there's no hunting. They took kind of, not tape, but they cordoned off a whole section of the backyard of the church, and they just threw eggs all over the green grass. That's it. Luckily, thank goodness, the snow had disappeared. So all over the green grass. And there was no hunting. It was just run, pick up, throw in baskets. Okay. I was so excited. I had these beautiful visions of her first time. And I brought talk about a memorializer. That is me. I dug out my girl's old Easter basket, and it's handmade. My mom made it. And so it's just really special and just the next generation stuff. And I was just so in the moment. Well, she took the basket from me. She put it on her shoulder like a really cool pocketbook and proceeded to run up and down the hill, over and over and over. There was no picking up of eggs. I scaffolded and supported and showed how to do one. She took it right out of the basket and threw it back on the ground where it was originally. I mean, it kind of makes some sense, doesn't it? All the other kids are doing their thing and filling up their baskets. In fact, this is important, the other kids who were close to her age, but a little bit older, pushing 2 years old, maybe 2.5, had social empathy for her. They observed that she wasn't doing it, quote, the right way. They noticed that she didn't really have any eggs in her basket. And so they came over and started putting eggs from their basket into hers. And so what an amazing moment. Once again, right upside the head. Excuse you, Cara. This moment is what it's supposed to be. Will she go through her entire life without realizing how to do an Easter egg hunt? Of course not. Was today's lesson the one that it was supposed to be for her and me? Yes, absolutely. I found just as much joy in it, just as much love in it. And again, another constant reminder that we are not in control of their outcomes. They're all at a different pace. And if we're committed to loving them and supporting them to develop skill sets at their pace, then we are not allowed to hold them accountable to an expectation they're not ready for. We're just not. And honestly, it's the hardest part. So I'm really grateful. Cleaning up vomit, I don't know if I'm grateful for that, but I'm 100% grateful for the opportunities to remember just how much, as the adult, we have to practice observing the situation and being flexible when it doesn't go the way we thought it would go. And by the way, these lessons come to us over and over and over for another reason. We need to realize that that's the exact same experience our toddlers are having. They picture something going a certain way, the toy coming home instead of staying on the shelf at the store, right? They picture it going a certain way and it doesn't. It doesn't match the expectation that they created in their head. And then they have a large feeling and a large response, meltdowns, tantrums, about that. As adults, we've mastered a lot of the executive functioning skills that we need, especially as adults that choose to be conscious and collaborative in the world of parenting and caregiving. We've mastered a lot of these skills that allow us to be severely disappointed. I was severely disappointed. That was a cute outfit. Without having a meltdown. Without tantruming. They're not there yet. So these moments for us are just really powerful reminders. This is how the child experiences the world all day, every day. And we need to support the skills that allow them to feel disappointed instead of puddle on the floor. Wow. So much. I'm curious how your Easter went. If you want to give me a flashback report, please feel free to DM me on Instagram and tell me your stories. It's around the holidays that we very often, especially as adults that have traditions and memories and these core memories that we think our kids are going to experience it the exact same way, and they rarely do. Until our next episode, to my intrepid toddler tribe out there doing the big work of raising amazing humans, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.